Here we are. We have finally made it 4 or so weeks after we started out on this journey. It is the Feer 500 finals. Kinseh versus Sharp. Everybody calling out at the beginning of the season, thinking they were probably going to see Kinseh and Chronic here. But Sharp was able to take Chronic down 3-1. I'll have to go see what that donation is. Sounds like somebody added to the prize pool. We'll have to go check that out in a second. But Sharp was able to take Chronic down in an absolutely dominating performance from him. He looked so good in that semifinal that we played on Sunday. And now he's down to take the champion of all champions, 18-0, Kinseh. He's going to go up early, 1-0. Let me go see what just happened. Buried Living adding $20, donating to Season 2 pool. Awesome, thank you, man. As he's putting in some prize money for a potential Season 2, which I'd love to do. But Sharp's going to go for the flip reset early. This is something he's added to his game recently, as he was not always going for these dangerous attempts and these flip resets. Apparently he's been playing a little bit of freestyle ranked, and that's why we also don't see him as high in the leaderboard anymore. But this time it's not going to work for him. Kinseh will get a counterattack goal. Kinseh is far too clinical to think that Sharp could get away with going for these risky plays that he hasn't fully ironed out. I don't think Sharp thinks he even is consistently hitting those every time like maybe a Chronic does. But definitely an important part of his play still, as he's looking to mix it up and keep Kinseh on his toes. Long shot from Kinseh, and Kinseh is just sticking to the old Kinseh we used to know. In recent days, we've seen a more relaxed, almost freestyling Kinseh in these games. But we finally got back the Kinseh we used to know and love, who just unrelentlessly slams the ball at the net and just puts the chokehold on his opponent. He's going to leave a wide open space though here for Sharp, as we finally talk about Kinseh putting the chokehold on. He wants to make us look stupid, as he's not able to grab that mid boost, and then it forces him to play defense late on his back line, and Sharp puts it perfectly in the bottom right corner. Honestly, this is a meeting of two very similar styles, I would say. As Sharp has a clinical, effective, efficient style, and that's what's been able to get him his wins, especially the big win against Chronic in the semifinal, and that's what Kinseh has always been known for as well, although he recently was able to put in a little bit of flash himself, and that seems like exactly what Sharp has been working on as of late. So maybe we're just seeing Kinseh redo here, but a few months behind. Sharp is going to get another kickoff goal to go up 3-2. This time, kickoff in favor of Kinseh. He slams it into the corner. Possession over to Sharp, and a nice demo at midfield. And Sharp will put on a fourth one, as he's going to take an early lead against Kinseh. We might see a new man here in Sharp, as it looks like Mod started a poll in chat. Who you got, Kinseh or Sharp? And Sharp with the win, 56% of the vote. People think that this is the end of the 18-0 run. Will Kinseh be 18-1 tonight? Sharp's record on stream is much more middling, as I think he might literally be 500 overall on the league, even including his Feer 500 games, which of course he also went 500 in. He went 3-3 in the regular season. Stealth, a little bit of a enigma. When Kinseh and Sharp played the first time in the regular season, Sharp was able to force Kinseh into a game 5, where Kinseh did eventually win the game. And then Sharp played well and 3-0'd Chronic. And then Sharp took down Dries 3-2. So by all means, he seemed like he was going to be number 2 in the league and should have been absolutely in control of his own fate. But then he went out and lost to some of the people who finished lower. He lost to Robo, and he lost to Stealth, which ended up putting him back at 500, and then finishing only 3rd in the league because he was able to get that last win against Dries. But he's going to put himself up 5-3. Nice tap off the back wall. So Sharp seems to be a really hot and cold player. But right now, and yesterday or 2 days ago, we are looking at the hot version of Sharp. Sharp in control of this kickoff, able to grab boost and keep possession, forcing Kinseh back to his net. Big challenge from Kinseh. He's going to force out a flick from Sharp that goes off the crossbar. Another chip from him. Crossbar as well, and Kinseh plays this a little bit too slow. I think Kinseh thought he had an opportunity to not play this as fast as he needed to. He thought probably Sharp was going to stay on the ground and he could set up some kind of counterattack play from there. But no, Sharp is up super early and slams it in above Kinseh to go up 6-3 with 1:40 left. Sharp might be able to take game number 1 against King Kinseh. Sharp trying to keep the distance close despite low boost. It's going to force Kinseh into pushing it into the corner. Now Sharp, a dribble possession from him, and another long shot, and he might be able to sneak this one in. He just barely gets back, though, as Kinseh saves it off his own post. No boost for him, as Sharp has been able to clean out every last pad. Low situation still for Kinseh, and he waited just a moment too long on his own, waiting for it to spawn. He realized he couldn't wait a moment longer and decided to go for the challenge, but it was too late. Sharp had already set it up. If Kinseh had been willing to play with only 18 boost, he likely could have taken that ball away from Sharp. But a little bit of a slow play from him, and all of a sudden, Sharp is our fast and efficient player, while Kinseh is playing from behind. Sharp challenging this one early, taking the ball away from Kinseh. It was pretty clear in Sharp's game against Chronic that the way he was going to handle a lethal offensive player like Chronic was to just never leave the ball, challenge when he doesn't expect it, just stay on top of him completely. And Sharp's going to do that yet again as he stays right on top of Kinseh and gets a demo after the ball gets popped over him. He thought he saw an opportunity to slam it in the net, but he ended up doing exactly what Kinseh wanted. But with 15 seconds left, Kinseh does what he's known best for, which is to drop the controller when he knows he's beat. So he's going to let this one time out, and Sharp's going to go up 1-0 against the king of the stream, King Kinseh.
And it's back to the garage.
It's the CRL versus the RLRS today as we head into game number 2 of the finals. Sharp versus Kinseh. Sharp able to take game number 1 as he has adopted the Kinseh style of fast, efficient play. But Kinseh's going to take control of the first kickoff here. He lets this one come to the ground and uses the back end of his car for a flip, putting a lot of speed on it. Sharp confusing me with his Cloud9 car, as both these guys playing in blue, which is exactly what he did yesterday. But a backflip from Sharp's going to lob the ball up, and Kinseh's going to be able to take the long shot, and Sharp is forced to watch it ever so slowly bounce all the way into his goal. Just not a great setup from him. At that point, it was too late for Sharp as he tries to jump up to take that ball away. Kinseh, another fast play to squeeze this one past Sharp. I can't stress this enough. This is just not what we see every other 1v1 are doing on the stream. When they get a possession off kickoff like this on the side wall, they're setting something up, they're playing it slow, they're taking it to the wall. Kinseh just slams it as fast as he can on net, and he's able to just beat these people faster than they can recover. It's just not a method that we see a lot of people take, but it works so reliably for Kinseh. Power shot from Sharp is stopped out. Not even able to steal boost, so Kinseh will be in control. Another lob shot at midfield at Sharp yet again. This time not actually able to turn it into much. Chip up from Sharp. Sharp was looking for the bump there, as I think he knew Kinseh was going to get a touch, but he was going to try and just demo him on the way through. But he's not able to connect, and Kinseh puts on a 4th goal. Sharp with the bump on Kinseh, trying to find the open net, but Kinseh almost left it open by trying to close the distance, but took a last-second turn to keep it out, but only for a moment, as he slams it against the side wall, which is a perfect pass up to Sharp. A nice 99-kilometer banger from him as Kinseh gets a little extra pinch on its way in, but perfectly placed on the crossbar. And Kinseh's been able to hit a few out. Scoreboard update. Oh my goodness, guys, you're right. I am just so focused on the games today. I've been so good at updating the scoreboard in the past. But Sharp is going to get a 2nd goal, so we're going to get an opportunity to go update the scoreboard. Kinseh won game number 1. Oh, wait, no, Sharp did. Oh my goodness, what am I doing here? I'm thinking about game number 2, in which Kinseh is up. So Sharp takes game number 1 in a best of 5. Kinseh diving deep into Sharp's half. Hard to notice for a moment, because Sharp is playing with a blue car. Sharp tapping this one in midfield means Kinseh should be able to take control, but he uses all 33 of his boost to push it off towards the wall, and Sharp gets the demo, and now the full control. Kinseh with the fake challenge. Sharp's up early, probably looking for the bump, and he does find it this time, as Kinseh found some magical way to get to the ball for one of these against Dries, so I didn't count him out just yet, but usually these are just so lethal, so hard to counter, and Sharp will secure his 3rd goal. Kinseh in control. He's going to power shot this one off the backboard. He has a style that he's chosen to play with today, and he's sticking to it. Dribble for him. This time he's taking the air dribble. Trying to get that top of the net 50-50, and he's not able to. And Sharp is able to save more boost as it costs Kinseh more to put the dribble on net. And Sharp is going to get the counterattack. Maybe this is why we're seeing the power shot play from Kinseh from midfield. Certainly a much safer way to put shots on net to prevent those immediate counterattacks. When you go for the air dribbles, you're risking putting yourself out of position, falling into that opponent's net. Sharp gets a nice challenge on a low dribble from Kinseh, and he's able to find the angle. Kinseh thought he had an opportunity to reset here and let that ball fall down off the wall, but Sharp grabbing boost, and the backspin on this ball is maybe enough to put it just far enough out. That was not an easy angle to hit. Sharp found the one spot he could put it in, and he's going to take the lead. Game number 2. It was previously dominated by Kinseh, but Sharp has made his way back. Setting up a fake challenge. Kinseh is able to get it over him, but Sharp is able to just bump Kinseh ever so slightly, which would be the difference in him being able to get back. 2 minutes left and a dribble from him. Kinseh challenging early. Able to slam it off the wall, but not turn it into a possession for himself. Sharp putting it off the corner, but too strong as Kinseh should be able to take control. He's trying to bait Sharp into making a mistake and tapping him the ball. Not enough boost for Kinseh to put the power shot on past him. Sharp needs this double tap off the wall. Electing to bump Kinseh, but that's not going to matter. Just not enough boost, not quite the right setup for Sharp. On this backboard tap, he tried his best to turn it into something by going for the bump, but he's not able to, and Kinseh He's going to tie it back up with 1:28 left. This kickoff off to the side. Kickoff battle so far has been fairly even. Kinseh's going to take first shot of this possession, though. Sharp's able to keep it off. These two tossing it back to each other at midfield over and over and over again. Sharp's going to put one on net. Kinseh's going to save it out on the tough one. Both these guys like to put the dangerous shots on each other. Sharp thought he had an opportunity to get in, but Kinseh gets a little bump. Sharp tried to continue it anyways, and he is able to grab possession. I think Sharp just had to use every last bit of his boost, though, to flick that one towards Kinseh. So Kinseh's going to start a dribble here. See if he can punish Sharp. Did not expect a full challenge from Sharp as he tried to play it slow. And at least he's able to get a 50. Oh, Sharp just passing it to our boy Kinseh with lots of boost. He's not going to have trouble tapping this one in. With 37 seconds left, that might be the mistake that could cause the game. But Sharp, not just really sure what he was thinking there after such a clinical play from him. The rest of the series, all of a sudden, he does what seemed like a simple pass up to a Kinseh that was already pointing his car up net, and Kinseh's not able to get the bump on Sharp off the kickoff. Nice setup for Sharp. Kinseh trying to steal Sharp out of the air and rolls over top of him, but doesn't get enough contact to actually deter Sharp from putting this one in. So Sharp is going to tie it right back up. Sharp electing to give Kinseh full control of the ball. And Kinseh, how can he do this? This is not possible. This ball is so far back on Kinseh's half. He goes for a ground power shot. A ground power shot. And is able to find the perfect spot and perfect speed to make it past Sharp. That is not possible. You cannot hit a shot that fast. And Sharp played that the right way. But my goodness, Kinseh, too clinical. 13 seconds left, but Sharp's going to get the demo here and just needs to get out or back around the ball, and he should have no trouble tapping into 7. So it's not over for him as he's looking to put himself on match point. 8 seconds left in this one. Never been a more important kickoff this game than right now. Kickoff in favor of Kinseh. He's going to try and shoot it immediately. Low boost for him. Sharp not able to flip around this one. If Kinseh had made that read, he might be able to take it in instantly. But he is able to chip it up before the last moment. And Sharp's going to hit it himself! Kinseh with the 8-7 game number 2 win. This ball was not going in. He may not have been able to see, but Kinseh was not going to tap it. Kinseh was about to miss it by a mile. But the jump scares him. And Sharp tries his best to 50-50 it, but he is convinced to tap it in himself. And Kinseh is going to tie it back up 1-1. Remember to update the score this time. Game 3, Kinseh ties it back up in this best of 5. Limberschmidt with the Twitch Prime, 20 months. Thanks, brother. Quite literally. As we get started here, Kinseh's able to take first possession. Another power shot from him, this time not on net. Sharp's able to easily take control. Kinseh flipping away from the ball. This has not been working out for him more often than not. I haven't been keeping a tally, but Kinseh has been shadowing frequently and has been electing to take his flip early and get to the net and try and play from just outside the net. But people have been able to punish him on that, and Sharp with a perfect play. Putting up to the top left corner is the absolute best place to put it with that shadow defender pointing right. There's just no way in Rocket League to use your boost backwards. Another great play from Sharp on the dribble. Able to get first possession off kickoff, and Kinseh once again kind of forced back into his own net as he was back to grab the back corner boost. And Sharp with a perfectly timed flick as Kinseh's doing what he needs to do to try and get Sharp to mess up. Because when Sharp is playing this good, he's going to be able to tap it in every time. And Kinseh getting what might be our first super immediate kickoff goal. We might have had a couple more, but not a lot of these ones so far in the series. Not like when we had Stealth versus, I think, Robo or something, or Stealth versus Dries, where all they did was slap kickoff goals over and over and over again. But this one has been a little bit more exciting than that. Kinseh putting the pressure on. Sharp low boost, trying to set up a dribble. Both these guys staying on top of the ball in every situation. Another low boost situation for Sharp, and he's still trying to set something up. This time, it looks like it was a little bit too greedy. And Kinseh is going to be able to get a second goal. But both these guys stick into their style. And it's been working for both. Sharp has to get up. Tap this one out of net. Weak touch from him, but he's able to keep with it, and actually ends up working for him. I don't think this is the way that Sharp envisioned this dribble starting, but just weak enough for him to fly away from the ball that Kinseh actually considered that he had an opportunity to take it away, which actually worked perfectly for Sharp. Kinseh throws on the brakes, and then Sharp's able to actually take it ahead of him. Kinseh using up all his boost just to come to that corner and tap it right into Sharp. Just gives you an idea of how aggressive these guys are playing. Long shot from Sharp, and he is going to give a free possession to Kinseh. So another air dribble, which historically hasn't been working out for these guys. A nice save from Sharp as Kinseh was looking for the bump, but Sharp somehow found the space to get out, and a nice counter from him. More of the same, but this time the double jump pop bump instead of the air dribble bump. And he's actually going to barely clip him with his back wheel. He really more just boxed him out than bumped him. But we have to come up with a better name for the double jump pop bump. What do we call that? Does it already have a good name? Sharp's going to get a potential kickoff goal here, but Kinseh once again makes me look stupid with how fast he's able to recover. Oh, Kinseh just gets completely caught out. Thought he had an opportunity to set up a dribble, just did not realize that Sharp was this close. Let's watch this again from Kinseh's angle. Yeah, he just, retreating back to the ball, did not have vision behind himself and didn't realize that Sharp was barreling down on him. The Night Owl bump, it was deemed Night Owl's signature move, but I don't know if it's enough to call it the Night Owl bump. Long shot from Kinseh, and my goodness, never gets old as the speed from him puts in another goal. Ooh, Sharp turning in a way, such a way that he was not even able to steal the power shot out early. If he had turned right, he might have been able to steal it before it crossed midfield, but the way he ended up turning was no issue for Kinseh to put it in. Another immediate power shot from Kinseh on kickoff opportunity. Sharp dribbling it too high. 50 does not go in his favor, but Kinsey's only able to take it into the corner. Boost starvation is going to start here, so Sharp needs to hold on to his. He uses his 20 to get a perfect challenge and might be able to tap one in, but no, Kinsey's there and should be able to grab boost of his own. Kinseh needs 2 goals back in this game number 3. So he tries to go for the double jump pop bump, the Night Owl bump, and it's not going to work. Sharp's going to take it as slow as he can, and he has the incentive to force Kinseh back to this one, and Kinseh does come, but Sharp taps it in for a 6th goal. Kinseh almost taking those a little bit too fancy. Sharp showing the clinical way to do it, just driving straight at the ball, double jump pop, and fly towards the person. Kinseh almost adding some, not freestyle, but a little bit extra spins, and it seems like maybe he's just getting a little bit more out of control. And the result is him not getting the effective bump he needs to secure that play. Nice placement here from Kinseh. As a strong power shot sets himself up an opportunity to have a dribble with Sharp waiting in net. And he puts it perfectly in the top right corner behind Sharp. Oh, Kinseh with another kickoff whiff here. Not much to watch there. We won't make him watch it again. He just sent that one right into his own net. Sharp using up all his boost. Try and put a shot on net. Kinseh was in control of boost stop kickoff, and he's setting up another dribble. Sharp early challenge, is able to pinch it high, but might not be able to get around it enough. That ball ends up floating long enough to not get immediately scored on, but then Sharp gives too much space to Kinseh, and Kinseh will punish him. Man, from Kinseh's perspective, it looked like Sharp had an opportunity to steal that one out of the air. It's so dangerous to wait for the ball immediately under it. If that opposition is able to get any kind of touch on the ball when you're waiting directly under, it's gonna go in the other guy's favor. But Sharp electing to play it safe, and there is the run-of-the-mill double jump pop. But this time, Kinseh just getting a little bit too much aerial hang time and ends up going above Sharp. Sharp tapped to himself, could stop that easily. What a recovery from Sharp. That was a dangerous situation for him. And from Kinsey's camera angle, I almost thought we were going to have a free goal. But Sharp was back in no time, and a bump means Kinseh needs one more in 44 seconds. If he wants to be the one to go to game, or sorry, to match point and take the game. But right now, if nothing else changes, Sharp will give himself 2 match points. Sharp in control of kickoff. Trying to put it into the corner behind Kinseh, trying to go for a bump of his own. Sharp in a dangerous situation. There's a lot of ways that this ball can come out of this corner in favor of Kinseh, but Kinseh's going to set up a dribble. Low boost for him. Nice flick from him, and he'll tie it back up. Nice patience in his own corner. As Sharp was trying to put the pressure on, and he needed to go out and grab mid-boost. By the time he got it, it was too late to turn around and challenge again, so he tries to shadow from the distance he's at. Kinseh's going to put a nice flick past him. 7-7, 26 seconds left. These guys insist on sticking to the script of a close game. Low 50 for Sharp off kickoff. We'll give him an 8th as he retakes the lead. Kickoffs have killed Kinseh, as he is not able to secure this one outside the net. He gave a free one. He's going to end up beating himself up if he ends up losing this game by 1, as he just gave a no-brainer free one over to Sharp. Sharp not able to secure the 2-goal lead. He's going to have to flick it away from possession. He's going to like to stay close with 12 boost, and it ends up being the right decision as he is able to push it back towards Kinseh's side. Kinseh realizes he has time to grab boost. Sharp with another early challenge. You got to love to see it. Certainly feels like the way to take Kinseh out. Challenge him early before he can get it anywhere close to scoring on net. Risky? Definitely. As Kinseh could have taken a little double jump pop or anything that would have popped it over Sharp and then would have had a wide open net. But Sharp, as we remember, did the same thing against Chronic in game number 4, and it worked out well, so he's going to stick to it, as he's going to put himself on double match point heading into game number 4. King Randy with the host, 82 viewer host. Thank you so much, King Randy. Game number 4, the Feer 500. Let's see those cabbages. 18-0 Kinseh going up against Sharp for the title of Feer 500 champion. Kinseh never lost it. He's going to figure it out this time, as he was not able to find it in the past 2 games, but he's figured it out now. The 9-0 bump, as we'll call it, at least for the duration of the Feer 500, is going to get him his first goal. Sharp looking like the Kingslayer right now, as he goes up 2-1 in a best of 5. Sharp able to take down Chronic in the semis. He may not be the king of our stream, but he's certainly royalty of 1v1s. Sharp took him down 3-1. Looking to see if he can do the same to the king of the stream. Rest Repo with the gifted sub to King Ranny. What's going on, King Ranny? Welcome to the crew. As Kinseh's up early 1-0. Sharp, nice placement. What a save from Kinseh to stay on top of it. He's going to get a second goal as a reward for his effort, but what a defensive move here from Kinseh to save away the first flick. We don't get to watch it again, but then stay up right in front of the ball and float his way over to where the second opportunity from Sharp was going to come from. Kinseh up 2-0. Not ready to end his streak now. Power shot from Kinseh all the way from his own side of the field. It's going to be an easy tap away from Sharp, which is what you'd expect from these power shots in most situations, but Kinseh has found a way to make them effective. Dribble from him, flick to the top of the net. Sharp's able to keep it out and able to hold on some boost of his own. Both these guys up for a 50-50, and Sharp wins it out. See if he'll be able to redirect this one on net. I'll kick off. Kinseh recovers in time, and if he was able to turn around, he'd be able to slap in the counterattack. But no, he is able to grab mid-boost, but it's going to cost him a goal. Almost definitely wait. Calling it way too soon, as I always like to do. Never mind. There it is. I could tell it was a hard situation for Kinseh after he went to go grab that boost. But Sharp actually playing it slow instead of trying to rush it. And that ends up being the right decision. Although normally in a situation like that, it looks like an open net. You just want to get it there as fast as you can. Kinseh just... Oh, wait. Goodness. This blue car throws me off. Kinseh on the attack now. Sharp trying his best to push it out. Getting physical in front of his net, but not able to turn the pressure off just yet. Kinseh's aerial tap is saved yet again. Kinseh with a little bit of a fake jump, trying to force Sharp into the air, and it's going to work perfectly. Clinical play as Kinseh is in control of Sharp's moves here. He jumps early, which Sharp forces Sharp up into the air, but he never planned on using that jump. He immediately boosting back down to the ground to get ready for what was going to be an easy shot after Sharp's tap. Sharp waiting under the ball. This is so risky from him, but it ends up working out perfectly. I can't sit under the ball for a single moment in any 1v1, but he's just going to sit almost directly under it, and it's going to work out perfectly for him as he is able to tap it over Kinseh. This ball high off kickoff. Both of them up. Kinseh, though, is going to be able to tap it in. On the counterattack, both these guys sticking to their game plan of staying ultra aggressive, especially off kickoff when they're in low boost situations. Neither of these guys are retreating. This time it's not going to work for Sharp. So he's going to go down 4-2. Sharp with just enough of a fake turn to convince Kinseh to leave the ball. Kinseh's challenge immediately. Backflip from Sharp. Gets the ball over him, but not enough to wrangle it back around in net. Corner boost goes to Sharp. He is able to tap it over, but this ball will be glued to the wall, and he'll have to find a way to get it off in time. But Kinseh taking his sweet time. He knew, or at least hoped, that Sharp was not going to be able to find the angle. A dribble from him, and big challenge forces Kinseh up early. But Kinseh's able to turn it into another goal. Sharp demos Kinseh at midfield. This ball lingering. Kinseh trying to close the distance after respawning. So we're going to let this slowly roll in front of net. But Kinseh's able to take it away and should be able to score a fifth goal. Sharp just a little bit overly patient as he wanted to let this one roll maybe even farther, but Kinseh finds a way to get it over. And at the last second, Sharp tried to use his reverse to carry Kinseh into an undesirable position. But the reverse that he ended up doing really just made it an easy counterattack for Kinseh. Sharp trying to relieve the pressure. Taps it out to midfield. Flip reset. An early challenge from Sharp is going to work out perfectly. So he's able to start that play before it ever gets started, but it costs him a little bit too much boost. And Kinseh's able to take control and put in a sixth goal. 6-2, and Kinseh is in control of this game number 4. Kickoff goal and make it 7-2. Kinseh desperately wants to see another Game 5 hype. He says, Feer, I know you got the emo for a reason. Nice low 50 in front of his own net as he stays in control of this game. And with 33 seconds left, it'll be a really hard time for Sharp to bring this one back. And while I know I like to caster curse, I don't think it's possible for me to caster curse Kinseh this time in this game number 4. These two are going to give us a slight breather in what is incredibly intense best of 5 series, headed to yet another game number 5. Game 4 to Kinseh. Chat wants to see the Johnsky flick. I don't know if we're going to see one in this game 5, but can we get the game 5 hypes in chat? This is the time to use the emote. This is why we made it. No better time. If you're in here supporting Kinseh, let's see the King Kinseh emote as well. As we have been what some would call openly biased in favor of Kinseh as he's on his 18-0 streak. He's been with us for so long. But more than we want Kinseh to win, we want a great game. And Sharp has been giving us that. No better time to take down the King than a potential Game 5. In the Fear 500, every last game we played over the 4 weeks comes down to one game in one series. And Kinseh versus Sharp. Very important first goal situation here for both these guys. Sharp trying to tap this one back on net, or maybe just trying to slow down a dribble from Kinseh to give himself some time to grab boost. Sharp is playing defense all the way on the back wall. Such a changeup in play style from Sharp. He has been absolutely all over Kinseh all game, and all of a sudden he's going for a save off the top of his net, realizing what he was doing just a little bit too late. It almost felt like if he had just stuck to what he was doing, he actually might have been in a better position than coming off the wall. But very unlike Sharp in this series to give all that space to Kinseh and just head immediately back to his net. Nice challenge from him at midfield though after Kinseh with a little bit of a whiff. And Sharp will be able to get his first goal to tie it right back up. Kinseh just kind of missing on his tap off the bounce there. Kinseh in full control of this kickoff. Boost and ball. He's going to go for another power shot. He is able to grab Sharp's corner boost, but Sharp's going to keep the pressure on and put on another good shot for himself. He's going to be able to force it in. Sharp with no boost says, I'm not backing down, and that is the Sharp we have seen in the first 4 games. What great placement of that first touch. Kinseh doing literally a miracle save. That's as best as you can hope to get up with how good that shot was. He's going to push it off the crossbar, but Sharp has the follow-up, and Sharp's going to go up 2-1. Both these guys now having 1-goal leads in this game 5 of the Fear 500. $150 prize pool for the winner. This long shot from Sharp is either in or going to be easily followed up. I don't know if Kinseh thought that this one was going in for sure, so he just decided to drive away from it. Or maybe he just thought he had no chance of saving it out with 0 boost, but that bounce was fairly easy to read, and I think Kinseh might regret driving away from that one, as at the very least he could try and 50-50 that ball outside of the net. But a nice kickoff from Sharp, looking like another goal, and he's going to all of a sudden turn a close game into a 3-goal game with a couple of quick goals. He goes up 4-1 with 3:34 left. Kinseh trying to gain control off his kickoff, but Sharp absolutely refuses to let him do it. Sharp not able to keep it out for long. Nice flick from Kinseh, and Sharp just put him in such a tough spot. Kinseh was trying to take control of this one, and Sharp tried to prevent it by staying on top of the ball with such low boost, but eventually it caught up to him as he did tap it over to a full boost Kinseh and then had to do his best to frantically flip back and put himself in a position to make a save. And Kinseh's flick, not as good as some flicks we've seen, but it's not going to matter when his defender is completely boostless, but a kickoff goal will erase that one for Kinseh as Sharp gets it right back. Nice high bounce for himself. Kinseh just thought he had an opportunity to take that one, but Sharp was up early. Kinseh in control off kickoff, and Sharp ends up pinching it in. But just a nice flick at the end of the day for Kinseh, as he's able to hold on to 14 boost. Grab a little extra and put a nice flick on net. Sharp getting so close to tapping that one away, but ends up putting it in himself. 3 minutes left, 5-3. Sharp with the biggest lead of the game at 3, but now reduced to only 2. Sharp just having to give up the ball there as he realizes there's not much he's going to be able to do with no boost. Kinseh backflip or half flip flick to try and get this ball on net. He's going to do it once again as he tries to put it up in a dangerous situation. He tries to take the low 50-50 inside the net on Sharp, but Sharp does the perfect positioning in order to not leave a window but still cover most of the net. His power shot is going to be easily saved, and Sharp's done well to hold on to some boost of his own. Kinseh with a well-timed backflip to get it over Sharp, but Sharp grabs the demo, so possession will head over to him. A rare open window opportunity for these guys, as it seems like the only time they'll let each other breathe is off a demo. So Sharp does have a little bit of space, and he is able to secure it with a nice night owl bump. (6-3), 2 minutes left. Kinseh has put himself in tough situations before, but this might be the toughest of all. He needs to make back 2-goal deficit in the championship. Game 5. Have I said that before? It's insane how good of games we are getting in the 2 games today. Sharp going to get in control. Kinseh's going to give him a lot of space and try his best to get back in time. He's able to tilt his car up just barely after his first jump to clip that ball. And Sharp's going to tap this one away early too. He's headed back to net, so he's going to give lots of time to Kinseh. Another early challenge from Kinseh, and Sharp has yet to read one of those in time. Power shot from Sharp forces out a tough save. The key to that shot is it forced Kinseh to land in his own net, which is the reason why Kinseh is still playing defense right now. If Kinseh is able to save that one and stay out of his net, he would be right on top of the ball, maybe even putting in a counterattack. But that's the key. That's what you're looking for when you put those shots in. Force that defender into a tough spot after the save. Kinseh not able to secure the counterattack after a good situation for him. Now that is what those early challenges will do for you. Here, Kinseh flipping at that ball early because Sharp has been going early every single time. And that is what the benefit is going to be. You start putting in fast challenge after fast challenge after fast challenge, and then finally mix it up, you might convince somebody to pass you the ball. But in that situation, Kinseh is eventually able to secure it. Sharp with a poor jump at midfield, which means he's going to have a hard time recovering. He's going to be in a much worse spot than if he had stayed on the ground, but he likes to run straight at the ball, which is the right decision. He is forced to give a dribble to Kinseh. Kinseh is able to get under that ball and tap it back up after losing it for a moment. So Sharp will be able to save it away, but boost advantage to Kinseh. Kinseh should absolutely be tapping on a 6th goal. 38 seconds left, and Kinseh has closed the gap, as he is sticking perfectly to the script, as it's going to come down to the wire yet again in game number 5. Kinseh with it. Sharp with a big kickoff win. Another weird loss of focus, seemingly, from Kinseh. Sharp's going to get a demo. He's trying to play this one smart at midfield, but he's going to chip it super early. Kinseh trying to save this while maintaining as much boost as he possibly can. Sharp flick early, and Kinseh turns back, which means Sharp's going to be able to tap it in. 15 seconds left, and Kinseh just turning away at the wrong moment. If Kinseh had stayed pointed, he would have been able to take that one easily away. But Sharp flicks it up into the perfect territory that makes think Kinseh has an opportunity to take it away. 15 seconds left, and all of a sudden, 18-0. Looking like it could end up being 18-1. Sharp, first touch off kickoff. Taps this down towards Kinseh's side, but Kinseh low boost. Sharp's going to try and take it into his own half, but he is going to have to set it up into the air. All he needs to do is push this away, and he will. Sharp does it. Sharp in Game 5, 3-2. Kinseh, one game away from securing the 19-0 and taking the first season of the Feer 500, but Sharp says no as the Kingslayer takes him down by 1 goal in game number 5. Sharp has been absolutely insane. The performance from him over the past couple days has been more than championship worthy, as he has played phenomenal. Peaking at the perfect time, he will take the entire season in a 3-2 over Kinseh. The man qualified. You're not wrong. Sharp having to qualify through an open or a somewhat closed qualifier, I would say. Kinseh Dries, Chronic and Mile did not have to qualify, got auto-invited. But my goodness, if Kinseh was going to go down, if he was going to find his first ever loss, what a better time to do it. Exciting for us, unfortunate for Kinseh, 1 goal away from just an insane run. 18-1. The Giants did it first. Or not the Giants, the Giants, yes, right, the Giants did it first.